The first week we met in January of 19 in California and to set up the goals for the next 5 years. And one of them was by 2023 we will reduce the number of people in the world that cannot afford our medicines by 50%. I think today this dream is becoming reality.
And again, I think that the biggest question maybe in economics and politics of the coming decades will be what to do with all these useless people when they are basically meaningless, worthless.
We are no longer mysterious souls. We are now hackable animals. The emergence of a new upgraded elite of superhumans enhanced by bioengineering and brain-computer interfaces and things like that. A new, massive, useless class. A class that has no military or economic usefulness, and therefore also no political power.
Secret mind control programs began in America in September of 1946 when President Harry Truman quietly authorized Project Paperclip, a U.S. government program that allowed the Department of Defense to recruit and hire high-ranking Nazi German doctors, scientists, and spies into the United States. Over 1,600 Nazis and Italian fascists and their dependents were ushered in through South America with passports and assistance provided by the Vatican and the Red Cross. The purpose of this clandestine immigration was to infiltrate American governing jurisdictions, fortify secret societies, and establish new agencies with the ongoing agenda of the New World Order.
Too many families that's been affected by wrongful death. This system and this country has tore apart my family and our families. You can't have a black family and be together. How many more funerals do we gotta go to? And how many more scenes of the crime do we gotta watch them chalk out black figures on the concrete before we realize that the only way for us to ever get out of this predicament is to struggle to survive?
So I have very little sympathy for what has become of that state. It's a satanic state, you know. You look at the polls, 60% of Israelis, 60%.
Israel should make the Gaza Strip a parking lot by this time next week. Destroy the whole thing. And anybody that's going to support this Hamas nonsense.
This isn't a beach party. It's the front line of Israel's war with Gaza. Some Israeli soldiers have been documenting their time in an active war zone, posting content on social media. We've identified several of the soldiers uploading videos and the locations they've been posting from in Gaza. Legal experts say 8 of the videos we identified show the ill treatment of Palestinian detainees. This is one of the videos we've analysed. A soldier is seen interrogating a man stripped to his underwear and bleeding. He's then walked through the streets of Gaza barefoot. The IDF said the reservist who posted the video has been dismissed and that the detainee has been released. The video has now been taken down. Legal experts say the filming of detainees and the publication of such videos may breach international law. Warfare in the information age gives us unique access to the front line, but for some, this conflict is simply a backdrop for their social media content. The IDF says it's acted and continues to act to identify unusual cases that deviate from what's expected of its soldiers. Those cases will be arbitrated and significant command measures will be taken against the soldiers involved.
If you have an ugly face, don't blame the mirror. And in the case of the United Nations, the ugly face is not the United Nations. It is the position of the United States for all these years to support Israel and let it do whatever it likes, I think even against the interest of Israel and Israelis. So, it's this problem. And I think also what is happening now is that the United States, that likes to go around the world, dressed in the clothes of human rights and rule of law and, democracy, the emperor has no clothes. The emperor has no clothes. And the EU, interestingly, that the word eunuch, servant, starts with EU as well. Because in this case, the EU has been totally a eunuch in the harem of the United States policy about this. Until the United States can stop this carnage. Till the United States continues to do that, Israel knows that it can do whatever it likes. And after all, the Palestinians are nothing. They are not human. So, we're not killing humans.
I'm going to read to you a couple things that we've been hearing from the Israeli government. We've had Defense Minister Gallant. We will eliminate everything. An IDF spokesperson. Our focus is on damage, not on precision. Agriculture Minister Avi Dichter. We are now rolling out the Gaza Nakba. Gaza Nakba 2023. That's how it'll end. Israeli Heritage Minister Amahai Eliyahu said a nuclear bomb is, quote, one of the possibilities. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, we need sterile zones in the West Bank. Israeli President Isaac Herzog, it's an entire nation out there that is responsible. This rhetoric about civilians not aware, not involved, it's absolutely not true. They could have risen up. They could have fought against that evil regime. Another former Knesset member, there is one and only solution, which is to completely destroy Gaza before invading it. I mean destruction, like what happened in Dresden and Hiroshima, without nuclear weapons. Would you join us in condemning that as well?
So I condemn nothing that the Israeli government is doing.
Demissionair premier Rutte die zou onwelgevallige informatie over Israël onder het tapijt hebben geschoven. Sterker nog, vanuit het ministerie van AZ, Algemene Zaken, zou aan het ministerie van Buitenlandse Zaken zijn gevraagd om teksten over Israël zo te formuleren dat het lijkt.
אני עוזב עכשיו את ח'אן יונס ברגשות מעורבים. מצד אחד שמחה גדולה, אנחנו כבר לא בתקופה של פוגרומים ששחטו, אנסו והתעללו בנו ללא תגובה. ברוך השם, החרבנו להם שטח עצום, הרגנו בהם עשרות אלפים של המלאקים. מצד שני עוד לא הגענו להיות צבא מוסרי, וזאת המלחמה האמיתית של עם ישראל. כל השאר יסתדר אחר כך בקלות. מוסרי זה להבין שכל ערבי הוא חפץ חשוד. אולי הוא טוב, אולי הוא פצצה, אבל הוא חשוד. מוסרי זה להוציא להורג את כל המחבלים אחרי שחוקרים אותם. מוסרי זה לכבוש וליישב את כל חלקי ארץ ישראל, וכל מקום שנשאיר בו כן צרעות יתנקם בנו במוקדם ובמאוחר. ההבנה הזאת היא מצילת חיים. חייבים להבין את זה בשכל לפני שהאויב יסביר לנו את זה עם דם חס וחלילה. בהצלחה לכולנו ולכל עם ישראל במערכה הגדולה והחשובה הזאת.
I don't pretend to be in charge of the foreign policy of the US. I have enough with the foreign policy of the European Union. But let's be logical. How many times have you heard the most prominent leaders and foreign ministers around the world saying too many people are being killed? President Biden said this is too much on the top. is not proportional. Well, if you believe that too many people are being killed, maybe you should provide less arms in order to prevent so many people being killed. It's not logical? And in 2006, in the war against Lebanon, the US already took this decision. They already took the decision to pause the supply of arms to Israel because Israel didn't want to stop the war. Exactly the same thing that happens today. Everybody goes to Tel Aviv, begging, please, don't do that. Protect civilians, don't kill so many. How many is too many? Which is the standard? But Netanyahu doesn't listen to anyone. They are going to evacuate. Where? To the moon? Where are they going to evacuate these people? So if the international community believes that this isn't a slaughter, that too many people are being killed, maybe they have to think about the provision of arms. And by the way, today a court in Netherlands has ordered to the government to stop exporting the spare parts of the F-35 fighters to Israel in order to be sure that the International Court of Justice rule is being implemented. So I don't know, every member state is the owner of its foreign policy, but it's a little bit contradictory to continue saying that there are too many people being killed, please take care of people, please don't kill so many. Stop saying please and doing something.